Hello, and a very warm welcome to week 7, the first of 3 weeks where we'll be focusing on contextualizing the gospel, the good news about Jesus. There's a few things to read and a couple of videos to watch. The videos, one's a fairly simple section of a video by Darrell Whiteman, who you're by now familiar with, about just a simple way of explaining what it is to contextualize the message about Jesus. And then a short video by Tim Keller on the multifaceted nature of the good news about Jesus. And some readings I really love, particularly Jacob Lowen's reading on, something about the gospel. The gospel, its content and communication and anthropological perspective. I love that reading. He's a guy who, for many, many years after his kind of more face-to-face work as a missionary, worked with the United Bible Societies and went all over the world, particularly Latin America, I think, helping Bible translators work through culturally appropriate translations, biblically faithful translations of the Bible, and along the way he got to see a lot of very interesting things and hear about a lot of interesting things, like the people in some tribe in South America who'd become believers apparently, or in the church, and they would say, some of them, this was a practice that was happening among some people. They'd learnt big words like sanctification or justification in whatever their local language was, and they would use them in church as a kind of as curse against their enemies. So there might be someone sitting in another pew over there, and they would go, sanctification, thinking it would do something bad to them. Anyway, that's kind of syncretism. But we're supposed to be talking about the multifaceted nature of the gospel. And if you think of the gospel as a sphere or a circle, if you like, it could be anything, but just as a diagram, you could fill it up with all these different aspects of the gospel. Forgiveness of sin, or hope of eternal life, or freedom from Satan's tyranny, or righteousness, or security, or significance, or belonging to the family of God, and the list goes on. You can easily fill that up with 20, 30, 40, 50 things that are the good news and the effects of the good news about Jesus in our lives. And for different people groups around the world, different facets, different parts of that sphere or circle will be the immediate attraction for them. Other parts may not be so compelling or so interesting or even so understood. I think that's all I have to say about that. There are a couple of other readings, or are there? Oh, and yes, choosing a chapter from Fleming's book on contextualization in the New Testament. And then there's another video by another guy. I got the right week here. Just checking I got the right week. Yeah. Another video by another guy who I don't know, just briefly explaining 2 ways the gospel was being explained by Paul in Acts 17. Anyway, I hope that this fundamental message that the gospel is rich and big and multifaceted comes through this week.